All right, here we are, guys. Hole number 4. Not sure what the wind that they're going to give us, but that usually dictates what you do on hole number 4. A couple different things I like to do on this one. Sometimes I like to go wind 5, set up for a thorn shot. Other times, if we get enough tailwind, well, looks like we didn't. So ideally, what you'd like to do is get this up here as far as possible. It's going to be a little bit more challenging with this wind. Not used to playing this hole with this much wind. But ideally what you want to do is you want to get it up there to thorn range if you can. So that's going to be the attempt that I'm going to try here. I have to do this way, I guess. Somewhere around here, I'm going to let the wind effect pull my ball over. That great ball's going to hurt me. So I'm almost sure that this isn't going to get the thorn range now. Let's just see if I kept enough power off. Nope, not quite. So one thing that you can do is you can bring machete. And if you get it up here close enough, you'll be good. You'll be far enough that you can pull in for a full backspin shot. I'm just going to have to play cautiously, kind of into the green more than anything. Because I only had my Nirvana on, I wasn't really prepared to, well, I didn't know what the wind direction was going to be. I thought I'd be able to get up there to kind of easily put it in the fairway. It's a little bit tougher, and what you want to avoid is leaving it at long iron range. So I'm trying to force the issue a little bit to get it up here a little bit longer, because it makes your life a little bit easier. And here you can see my opponent trying to get just a little too much aggressive. It does create a decent angle for you to be able to just kind of shoot up through here, whereas I don't have quite as good an angle. One of the things you can do with the machete is you can go for the dunk here. It's a little bit tougher to do with the Nirvana. I can't even remember if I can even, I believe you can still go for it. It's just very hard to make. So I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 2 per ring, maybe just a little bit more. We're going to be moving down to lower ground, so it might land just a little bit short. Since we're doing that, I'm going to pull maybe at a slight angle. There's 5 rings. Let's just try 2 per ring here. Just see what this looks like. Got the great ball, but I may have went too many rings. Looks like I did anyway. So 2's off. It's probably more in the neighborhood of maybe 2.5 per ring. But it's all about just kind of getting your bearings. And as I mentioned, I'm pulling down to kind of lower ground. So you might want to pull your rings at just a slight angle, or just try to keep that ball just a little bit behind the hole. I don't necessarily expect to make that dunk, but I do think that it's going to be your best chance for hole out. If you try to play that off the fairway there and pull down into the sand, keep in mind that it's always going to land short because you pulled down to lower ground. So since the ball is going to land shorter, a lot of guys actually dump it in the sand because they don't factor that part in, and the ball lands short, and there's nothing you can do to kind of recover that shot. So that's the one thing that you'll want to be cautious of. So ideally, you're going to want to keep it in the fairway there. On hole number, what was this, 4? On hole number 4, try to keep it in the fairway. I'll try to make sure no matter what, I get myself a fairway shot the time coming around, but something to keep in mind as you're within range is you'll probably want to bring machete and maybe line up for that dunk. You'll be able to full backspin it, keep it very tight to the hole, and potentially with this going for the dunk, it just gives you, now your ring play is going to change just a little bit because it doesn't necessarily have the range. So you may want to play just a little bit closer to maybe 3 per ring from the same distance. But, you know, just something to be thinking about and be just kind of working throughout the week, just to hone in on that adjustment. So good luck there, and I'll see you guys on the next one.